because every marriage is different. And that's the one thing I learned when I was married. It's like, don't look at somebody else's marriage and be like, oh, we should be doing that. Or why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? No, your marriage is your marriage. There's some people where the man controls all the finances. Some, the woman controls it. Some, we just come together, we make decisions together. Um, I remember me and my ex, we didn't have any problems traveling solo. Like literally, like twice a year, I would take a solo trip where, and I'm not talking about with the fellas, I would go somewhere by myself because throughout the year, I was always on. Like I had a more flexible job and she was an educator. So, when you're an educator, you got to be up early in the morning at the schoolhouse, come home. Whereas with me being more flexible, I could go to different like meetings for the kids, doctor's appointments, things like that. So like I was working, doing the cooking, you know, being the breadwinner and dealing with all these kids. So sometimes I need a break. So I would go somewhere where I wanted to go and for the weekend, and I would just be by myself. And people would be like, your wife let you go by yourself? And I'm like, yeah, because number one, when I come back, I'm a better person. And number two, we don't own each other.
Mhm.
If I want to cheat, I can cheat where I live. I ain't got to go somewhere else to cheat. So it wasn't even about that. So, but some people was like, I couldn't even imagine. I remember my brother calling me because I had posted like I had went to Philly. I always wanted to go to Philly. Why I wanted to go to Philly. I went to Philly and I was just hanging out. I had some friends there, whatever. So I would hook up with some friends, but I was still doing my own thing. And I was posting it on social media. My brother was like, "Why are you doing that? Like that ain't a good look for, you and your wife." And I was like, "I don't really give a damn what people think. She good with it.
Yeah.
Good with it." So, and I don't know. Like it just blew my mind how some people look at marriage like, what's up girl that started a slutty vegan?
Oh, Pinky Cole.
I saw where she was, and I didn't see the whole interview. I just saw the clip. And so maybe she gave more context to it. But she was talking about how her and her husband are like compete because she's an entrepreneur. I don't really know what he does. I don't really know a lot about her, but I know that a lot of people hold her in high regard because of the restaurant and what she's done in business. But when she was talking about competition between husband and wife, I kind of cringed because I was like, that's the last person I want to be competing with is the person that is supposed to have my back.
Right.
Like I shouldn't. I want to make her proud, but I shouldn't have to impress her. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. Her husband, so she has all the slutty vegan restaurants. He owns in Atlanta, I believe it's cheese cheese steaks. I'm not sure. But I know he has a meat restaurant business that's kind of comparable to her.
Yeah, that word. You got to be. Oh, okay. All right.
He's not vegan. So,
Did you ever go to Slutty Vegan?
no, I've never been. I would go to try it, but I'm not vegan and I have no desire to be, so it's not something I would.
Tay is a swine eater, so I know that vegan shit. She died.
No, I did pescatarian for a while. Because seafood is my favorite. I didn't have a problem with that. But yeah, I'd have no desire to be vegan though.
Yeah, and that's they had opened up a location here in Dallas, and I wanted to go just because of the hype, because they had a lot of social media buzz, but I'm not vegan. And I just have a problem with calling shit something else when it's really, vegetables.
Right.
Like I never get, I went to some event this back when I had this business and I was working this how they have like those they had those events where they bring in a bunch of vendors.
Hmm.
and, shop the vendors. And it's really a hustle. The person that puts it on, they get all the vendor fees, and then they kind of promote and market it a little bit. But most of the time, most of them, there's some of them that really get foot traffic, but most of the time, the vendors are just shopping from each other. And you like, damn, I didn't spend all this time to set up, and I didn't pay this money. It's a waste of time. But I was at one of these events, right? I was working a business I had. And the people across from me were making food. And I was like, damn, let me give me some chicken tenders. And when I ordered it and I got it, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I looked at the menu and I thought it said chicken tenders. It said chick non, CICHICKNON tenders.
Oh wow.
Tenders. And I was like, this false advertisement. And I'm just like, dude, say what it is, bro. Don't tell me it's nachos when there's some blended ass nuts with some peppers in it. It's not nacho cheese, it's nuts.
Right, right.
I went on a tangent. So that's
Yeah.
why I really couldn't do slightly vegan. I don't know.
But no, I can't remember if she had, because I know because she's on Real Housewives of Atlanta this season, and I know she's mentioned it on there too. But I saw the clip you're talking about, and I don't think that was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But the way she frames it is that they have a friendly competition.
Okay, and that's why I say I didn't know the context.
Yeah,
Now, if it's a competition where y'all are pushing each other to do better, I can see it.
yeah,
It ain't what I want,
right.
but I see it being less dysfunctional.
Yeah, there. When she added that part, it made it less dysfunctional. But I still think for me, there's still a little dysfunction in there because, she's been in the news lately. So this isn't, I'm not spilling anything.
So they had a lot of financial stuff going.
Right.
You can't really, I get it. They don't know, but you can't really talk about it.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, it's not like I'm spreading rumors. It's like this is out in the open. So on Real Housewives of Atlanta, they show when she tells her husband that she has to file for bankruptcy. And
Mm.
so her husband is like, I can just give you the money. If you need money, I can just give it to you. And her being this, I want to do everything myself. I want to be independent. I don't want help from nobody. She won't even let her husband help her. That's where I'm like,
That's dysfunctional.
yeah. And
But, but I get it though. I get it. It's dysfunctional, but I get it because I'm dysfunctional in that way too. Because
I get it, but my thing is your name is known because you have been successful. So at this point in time, to get some help from your husband, not from some random person on the street, from your husband, I don't think it takes away from her being this person who has built this empire on her own up till now.
and personally, I don't even think, just on another side note, filing bankruptcy isn't always a bad thing. Fuck, a motherfucker that's in the Oval Office then filed bankruptcy how many times, right?
True.
Um, and it wasn't until I was finishing my MBA where I learned that bankruptcy is actually like a business tool.
Yeah, yeah.
You're restructuring the debt, and I think for a lot of Black people, we don't really know that because I remember specifically one of my parents' favorite pastime. This is back when people read the newspaper. And, I grew up in Topeka, Kansas, population of 125,000 people, right? So not a city. It's not a
Mhm.
town, it's a city, but it ain't big, right? And I remember my parents, one of the things they would do, they would read the newspaper and they would go to the bankrupt, they would go to the police blotter, see who got arrested. And then they would also go to the bankruptcy and be like, damn, and I remember they were like, such and such filed bankruptcy, such and such filed bankruptcy. And it was kind of like this scarlet letter that, folks would have like, well, damn, you must be broke because you done filed bankruptcy. But then I figured out later on, like, actually, what I'm saying, this is some shit that people do.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard that it was a little different was when MC Hammer had to file bankruptcy.
Yeah, Hammer,
And
Hammer was wild, no.
yeah, he was
Hammer had too big a heart because Hammer was
right.
Hammer was taking care of the whole hood, taking them on the
I
road,
know.
and everything.
I know, but I remember, because everybody started calling, oh, he broke, he broke, he broke. But I remember them doing the interview when his wife was saying, "No, we're not broke." It's, she kind of explained like we have money, we just had to reorganize.
Because you remember Hammer was in Ebony magazine. They were showing his house. Hammer had like a grotto, a waterfall, all this old shit, and then he was taking 30 people on tour, and
Hmm.
it was just too much. Have you ever seen the MC Hammer movie?
I may have because I was a MC Hammer fan back in the day.
It was kind of it's one of those not Lifetime, but that type of
Oh
movies.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I did see it. Yeah.
And Hammer just had a big heart. And it was one scene where like his brother was like had his back, and people were starting to turn on him because he couldn't pay him anymore. And his brother had to check him. He was like, "Oh, when he was good though, right?"
Hmm.
He was about to get on him, and Hammer was like, "Nah, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing." Because Hammer wasn't no punk. A lot of people in the rap game used to try to clown Hammer, but then Hammer from East Oakland. And
Yeah, so there's some stories out there about him.
in the East Oakland, East Oakland's hood as fuck. And
Yeah.
Hammer had to check a lot of dudes. Dudes was like, okay, Hammer, I ain't really, it's cool, Hammer. Yeah, don't be proud of me.